Hey guys, what's going on? Back up here for another video here on youtube.com/DanielGuys412. As we all know, it's the end of the year. It means the TLC card is fast approaching. December the 15th, it'll be here before you know it. So I just wanted to come up here real quickly and give my card predictions videos like I like to do for all the major pay-per-views here. So we got TLC coming to us December 15th at the Target Center in Minneapolis, Minnesota. So without further ado, here is my card predictions for tables, ladders, and chairs. Oh my. First match here on the card here, I have Aleister Black versus Buddy Murphy. Have this match taking place on the pre-show here. They've teased it. At least the last full episode of Raw that I watched in Chicago on November 20, let's see, that would be the 25th here. I think these two could have a hell of a match if given time. Aleister Black, he's been dealing with a knee injury. Buddy Murphy really hasn't done too much since, briefly being involved in the Roman Reigns, Daniel Bryan, who ran over Roman Reigns angle. And ever since then, they kind of really had nothing for him here. So I have that match as a kickoff show match here on my card. Also here on my card, I have the Viking Raiders versus the Authors of Pain in a tables match for the Raw Tag Team Championships. They're obviously building up the Authors of Pain here, potentially aligning them with Seth Rollins. That remains to be seen where they go. I think that would actually be a smart alliance there, to have them kind of as the heavies, the backup for Rollins, who can do all the shit talking, run his mouth, but in the end, AOP has to save his ass. I think, a tables match, if you got to get all the stipulations in on this show, I think these two teams could have a pretty damn good, hard-hitting, physical tables match indeed. So, four big guys going at it, beating the shit out of each other. Like I said, could lead to a good match, but like I said, that's why I paired off these two teams against each other for the Raw Tag Team straps. Moving on, along on the card here, Rusev versus Bobby Lashley. Can we please just end this feud already? Apparently, they had a last man standing match already. So, knowing WWE's logic, I'm just going to predict that this will probably be, they already have the stipulation at the Starrcade pay-per-view. This is just going to be a regular match. There's going to be no stipulation. It makes no sense whatsoever. Just like this feud has made no sense whatsoever. Just been an entire waste of time, just like most of WWE programming is nowadays. Rusev, Bobby Lashley, who wins? Not the viewer. So, the less said about this, the better. Moving on my card here, I have Roman Reigns versus Baron Corbin in the obligatory chairs match. Believe it or not, Baron Corbin was actually in a solid chairs match. I believe it was with Kalisto. It was at TLC 2016? I believe it was at TLC 2016. There's not too many good... It's a tough stipulation to work. And I'm thinking Baron Corbin, Roman Reigns, they have to have this feud going on. Why? It's got to give Roman Reigns something to do. But to me, it's not doing much for Roman Reigns. I don't really care for Baron Corbin. As a heel, doesn't do much for me. Doesn't make me boom. Doesn't make me hate him. I'm indifferent. And the stuff with the guy in the dog costume, the less said about that, the better. So yeah, put these two in a chairs match. But like I said, Baron Corbin and Kalisto, they actually had a solid chairs match a couple years back. So hey, maybe they could work wonders here. We shall see. And then going here, next here on the card, I have Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins. I thought these two had a pretty nice little gem of a match here on Raw on November 20. I keep getting the date mixed up here. There we go. On November 25th, so I'm thinking, hey, you know what? Put these two in the ring together. You're already teasing doing the turn for Seth Rollins. Why not go full tilt with it here at TLC? You could have the Authors of Pain win the Raw Tag Team Championships. You can complete the turn by having them, come out, interfere in the match. Maybe officials knocked out. They beat down Kevin Owens, leads to Seth Rollins getting the win here. And there's an alliance between the Authors of Pain and Seth Rollins, fully cementing him as a heel. And then here I have Bayley versus Lacey Evans for the Smackdown Women's Championship. I have no idea what's going on SmackDown. I've just been scrolling through on Twitter. I can't watch Raw and SmackDown anymore. It's so hard to do. It's just too much of a waste of time. Maybe things will change coming to the Royal Rumble, but it looks like they were teasing a Bayley and Lacey Evans feud. I'm like, okay, whatever. We have to fill time here. Let's give Lacey Evans this opportunity and go from there. So, yeah, whatever. On the Raw side of things, I have Becky Lynch challenged, let me try that again. On the Raw side of things, I have Asuka challenging Becky Lynch for the Raw Women's Championship. Remember, Asuka made Becky tap out at the Royal Rumble. You could tell that story here. In fact, I would love to see the rematch take place at the Royal Rumble and have Asuka tap out Becky Lynch. Because Asuka never got a championship opportunity after making Becky tap out. Technically, she should have been the #1 contender coming out of WrestleMania. But that's WWE logic for you. Wins and losses don't really matter that much. I think it'd be a hell of a match. I love their match at the Royal Rumble last year. Might be the direction they're going in, but who knows? Like I said, as of this video, we're 12 days out. We still don't even have any matches announced for this show. So, be that as it may. For the United States Championship, I was originally thinking of doing Rey Mysterio versus AJ Styles for the U.S. title here. But I'm thinking here of doing a fatal... I'm going to do a Vince McMahon here. I'm going to change the match as I make the video here, pal. It's going to be a fatal 4-way ladder match for the United States Championship. It's going to be Drew McIntyre versus Ricochet versus AJ Styles. Actually, you know what? I'm going to make it a fatal 5-way. See, pal, that's what happens when you have the script. So let's... Rey Mysterio defending his United States Championship versus AJ Styles versus Drew McIntyre versus Ricochet versus Randy Orton. Fatal 5-way for the United States Championship ladder match. Hey, I think that could actually be a pretty good damn ladder match with all the participants involved. I love the Fatal 4-Way match that Mysterio, McIntyre, Ricochet, and Orton had on Raw. Continue the storyline, the issues going between all parties involved for the United States Championship, which, let's face it, since Brock is not around, is clearly being positioned as the top title on Raw. And for my main event for this show, TLC match, The Fiend, Bray Wyatt versus Daniel Bryan. I think that could be a hell of a TLC match. I really liked their match at Survivor Series, despite that awful red lighting, which they need to get rid of immediately. I mean, it's just bad. Enough with that crap. But I think you put Bray Wyatt, I think you put Daniel Bryan in a TLC match, they could work wonders there. So that's my card for TLC. Like I said, we're only 12 days away. The build, obviously, for this show is going to probably be uninspiring. I hope I was able to come up with an exciting card for you guys. Will you be tuning in to watch TLC? What do you guys think about the card that I was able to come up with? Be sure to leave your comments down below in the description box. Or not in the description box, I wish you could do it. In the comments section, and I'll be sure to respond to them. And be sure to also follow me on Twitter, @DanielGuys412. Follow me on Facebook, facebook.com/DanielGuys1994. Be sure to check out my interview with my good friend Jerry Sir, actor, director, stuntman, and most importantly, my friend. That'll be up here on the channel as well. And also be sure to check out, soon to be released, episode 2 of the Ultimate Marks podcast. Coming soon, guys. This upcoming weekend. Going to be filming that December 8th. So stay tuned for that. So that is it for this video here on youtube.com/DanielGuys412. I am out. Until then, guys, thanks for watching.